Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and we are taking a look at Container Storage Interface, also known as CSI. And what CSI does is it standardizes how container orchestrator systems, so COS, access to various storage providers. Now, I don't find that this is a very common initialism, but I found it, so I just put it in there. So a container orchestrator system is on one side. On the other side, we have our storage providers, and in between, we have our cloud storage interface. So container orchestrator systems could be things like Mesos, Kubernetes, and Docker Swarm. So we know what Kubernetes is. Mesos was like a very early orchestrator system, very modular and things like that. I think it's still kind of in use, but I don't know if it'll stay around for long because a lot of people moved over to Kubernetes. And then Docker Swarm is kind of like a competing thing for Kubernetes because Docker didn't really do orchestration the same way that Kubernetes did, but now it can with Docker Swarm. So storage providers would be things like Azure Disk, AWS Elastic Block Storage, NetApp Trident, OpenStack, Cinder, Google Cloud Storage. There's over 100 plus storage and plugin drivers. And so, the CSI is essentially what we're using when we are using persistent volumes, okay? Because persistent volumes are pretty much dealing with block storage. And, most of these plugins are block storage. I'm sure there's object storage in there as well. And the cloud storage interface is not something you really have to worry about because it's kind of abstracted away. But if you were to develop your own storage provider, then you would have to know how the container storage interface worked because you have to make it compatible with it in order to provide your volume. Okay.